They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Monarchs will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. He breaks a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Thomas looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
And he's got it inside the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Thomas back to pass. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Flying down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll run the screen, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Monarchs want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up against somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A quick pass to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Thomas looking to fire. Unloads it left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gossett. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw again. Got his man. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Northern Illinois is getting cooked right now. I mean, it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Horned Frogs look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on him. Oh, he's got some space. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. The Monarchs are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Monarchs are flying down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires left. This time it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Garcia. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this guy's just starting to have a knack, just an ability to find the football, to make big plays. Some guys are just built like that. He gets the fumble here. Last week he had 2. Man, just finds the football in big moments.
At the 45 on his way. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Contact. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Thomas back to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Maybe a adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Monarchs want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Now the play fake. Escapes the... But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Monarchs will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. The option look. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get anything on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Finds a spot in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. They'll go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Thomas looking to fire. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
They'll try the run. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations.
The ball is out behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Thomas back to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Garcia. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Horned Frogs will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Garcia. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's Garcia. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Monarchs headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barmore. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Look out, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Barmore.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be
And the defense, got him at the 27.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Gives it on the option. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Completes it in the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. He'll set up to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, a couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. After the short completion, it's now second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it to the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Garcia. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Barmore. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll take another shot here. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll do it himself. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
To the ground with the back. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA